Hello everyone, welcome to Ice Sharded. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Mike, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the new Revelation set.
Hello everyone, so at this point Revelation's been out for like a week and a half or so by the time this goes up. So I had kind of in a previous cast referred to it really as a tribal set, but Mike actually had a better description. He said that it's modular. What do you mean by that exactly?
So I like, and spoilers, I really like it. So there are these pre-designed like sets of cards that can fit into any deck, and a lot of them are gray. And then it seems like there's several gray modules. So what I mean by modular, by the way, is they are like a set of cards that go together, and a lot of them interact with one another that you can simply pick up and add to your existing deck. And I think it makes deck building more friendly for newer players, like me. Like I'm new. I haven't been playing on slips of paper since June, like some of the other teams have been doing. Like we're still kind of pretty just into this, right? So. This is these modules that I'm able to move around have made it so I am now getting more creative with my deck building. So that's kind of what I mean is these like for like the witches, right? You can take the whole witch thing out of blue now, and in blue you can either play witches
or phantasms,
right? So I really like that. Like it's cool. It makes it fun and friendly, and I feel like I'm just like throwing I'm gonna take a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this. I'm gonna throw it together in deck, and it's like, what is it gonna do?
Yeah, that's fair. What is the module for dark?
So dark has, or they had the
because they still have gargoyles,
the golems, right?
Or golems.
So they have the golems, and then I don't necessarily.
Oh yeah, they've got gargoyles.
Yeah, gargoyles.
There's
golems.
like 3 or 4 new gargoyles in the set.
Their support this time didn't add a new tribe. I don't think it added a new tribe for them.
Yeah.
It basically just added more Urgon support, which is really needed it, right, with the Shrieker. I also I guess if there was
trick, or
trick,
whichever one dumps.
Yeah. But I do like that they added like the I guess the unique character of each of like the champion as a playable card, which is
but it's not
cool.
unique.
It's not unique. Yeah, it's the premier character from from the lore of that color is now available. Like I keep calling it Helena Supreme, and I know that's not because I keep thinking of like Taco Bell. I'm really hungry right now, and that's probably what I'm thinking. But it's so cool to pull one of those. Like it feels so good. Like it makes me want to open packs again.
Nice. Yeah, I prefer the Liam Crunchwrap actually, which you got.
Yeah, I'll hook you up, bro.
Yeah. So no, yeah, I'm right there with you. I had the 2 videos that went up last week, about the Phantasms and then the Shard Mechs, which the Shard Mechs I think a lot of people are excited about. Yeah. Right. We'll end up seeing how great they end up being, but
I don't think they have to be great.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is it's a ton of interaction that one leads to another. Right, I think if I remember right, one of them has a pretty nasty arrive ability. One of them has a pretty nasty ruined ability. Like they kind of
all the ruins pull the next guy.
The next guy, yeah. I actually got 0. I only opened 1 box so far. I have other boxes waiting for me, but I did not pull any of the final the final,
the Titan.
The Titan, yeah. I didn't pull any of the Titans.
Well, he's a super, I think, but. Yeah. The first, because I was tracking him because I knew he was going to be popular, and like on TCG Player, the first weekend he was like I think $8 when most everything else was $3. But he's already down to like $3. So give it a couple weeks and he'll be $2-3. And
yeah, I kind of have a weird my threshold for buying singles is around $12-13. Like that's where I draw the line. I don't know why. Like because I've paid $50 for Magic cards before, right? I've bought what did I buy the other day in Star Wars Destiny? Neiman Mastery for like $45, right? It's just these cards, like it just feels so bad. Like I don't know, the threshold's really low, but I bought 2 Yamis finally. So I have my full set of Yamis.
How much the Yamis?
I spent $27 for 2 of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's right around your threshold.
Yeah, right at my threshold. Yeah, it was like, But when I was done, I was like, yeah.
It feels a little better when you're using built-up PayPal balance.
Yeah, right. So.
Oh, that's cool. So, what are you specifically looking at? Like, you don't have to give away your tournament deck.
Okay. So,
what are your top 2 decks you're looking at building?
So, because I have been playing Dark for a while, right? So, I'm really excited. We never played Urgon when Urgon was busted, like before we got the ban. So, I'm excited to try Urgon without the specter of people looping Sylphia. Like that was always the big problem with that, is they could go get Sylphia on command almost.
Well, now you can literally get her on command.
Yeah, if she wasn't banned, now you can get her on command with the gift card. The gift card, I don't know if that's what it's called, but
no, it is. It's Vabriel's gift.
Oh yeah, that's right. So Urgon is what I'm really looking forward to. I'm actually kind of like looking. I want to try again to work out red or to fire. I think
your old fire aggro deck was pretty good.
Yeah, no, it was good. I just got distracted with Helena. Like I can't help myself. Like I just real quick. I know it's a little aside, but I was thinking a lot about deck building this week, and I think I've come a long way in the last 3 weeks or so, just in what I've been doing. And the secret sauce to my early deck building is it may just be because it's the only thing I know how to find right now. But when I'm building these decks, I'm looking for a definitive end game strategy. Like, what is the killer out? And you kind of taught me that a little bit when you were playing green, and you figured out pretty early that Gary was like a really nasty. Like he is the finish of that game, right? He bounces 2 guys back, and then if he does, he gets quickness, right? Like immediately. So he is like that. He's like that alpha predator, right, of that deck. So what I started doing is kind of looking for these very defined win conditions. Like what I imagine when I build this deck, I build it backwards. Like what am I trying to get to, and then what can I then do? What cards can I put in their support to keep me alive, right, or put enough pressure so my opponent can't do their win condition? And then what cards can I put in there to help me like get to that condition? So for me playing Dark, it's almost like they kind of fed it to me, right? They're like, oh, here's Urgon. Well, what do you play to get Urgon to his win condition? Well, you play Shrieker, right? Because Shrieker comes into play. It's a 1-drop 500, dumps 3 cards into your discard pile, like when it hits the table. I mean, it's not rocket science, right? At that point, like that's what it does. And it's the same thing I think when I look at this red deck. Like when I see Rain, and I see myself like, what's my big win condition with Rain? And I don't know if Repel Bloom is the win condition for that, but it is a pretty nasty mid-game pressure mechanic where I can target Repel Bloom with Rain and discard no cards and just poop out. Like on your turn, by the way, I'll just do it at the end of your turn and then come in and hit you. So that's the one. And the Blaze Walkers are really interesting. Like I think that it's going to be weird.
I think those guys are going to take some serious practice, but
but to be able to banish them, it's banish, right? Am I thinking of that right?
Expel.
Sorry. Yeah. To be able to expel them, because when you expel them and they come back, they go back to the same game state area.
And we may be using the wrong term. We play a lot of games. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we do play.
Remove from game temporarily.
Yeah, from that zone, the negative zone, whatever you would call it, and like to bring it back, I think it's gonna, like you said, it's gonna take a lot of practice, like to remember and not miss it. And then what do? Like what's the cleanup? Like at a local level, you just do it, right? But like at a tournament level, what happens when you miss that trigger, which is not a May? Like on those cards, it says come back until this phase of the game. So it's gonna be weird, but I'm excited about that. What are you excited about looking into here?
Well, I'm on a little more of a focused purchase plan for this set, right? So I'm really working on improving my existing deck, which is Iton Sola,
right?
It got some really good cards. It got some really good cards. The new Ariana, the Brawler, she's a 3-drop. And then when she gets toasted, you get to pull Iton. And you can pull old Iton or new Iton. Right. Don't have any new Itons yet, but working on that. And then the one that I found, I already have 2 of them just because I got lucky at the pre-release. The Queen of the Sansi. She's a nasty little 3-drop. So I was running Marksman. Right, the guy that if he comes in, you can bounce somebody to deal 1,500. I was running him. He went straight out Sansi.
Is that the Scorpion?
No, Queen of the Sansi is the 3-drop. I think she's 315, but when she comes in, you take control of a 2 or less.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm a big fan of that. It helps with those
Marksman went straight out. It's like, because you know what's better than killing somebody's 1,000-point character? Taking control of it. Yep. So, yeah, works for me.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why, like, as I play dark decks, like I don't think there will ever be a dark deck where I don't play Golem of Allurement in it, because there are so many really damaging before there was damaging 1-drops, and then when they dropped Shard Beast, all of a sudden it was like, well, your whole game could be like, if you don't, especially with my dark deck, like it does basically nothing for 4 rounds. At least it used to not do anything for 4 rounds. So a Shard Beast or a Tim who wants to hit me with like 3 1,000 strength or power 1-drops with gear on them, like that could basically end the game before I even get a chance to stand up. So Allurement is one of those cards that helps you come in and fix that. Like, I can take a token, I can take
don't forget it can rip literally rip the middle heart out of the Rose Knights, right? Because they're adjacent, giving bonuses for each other, and like all of a sudden you pick off the guy in the middle, and like
they're just lame.
Their 1500s go to 5.
Yeah.
So
I do, and that's another thing. I do really like the support that Light got with the Knights, and also the thematic thing where if they're next to each other, like they form like a
phalanx or whatever.
Yeah. Really, really good, super good design, and say what you want about ARG as far as some issues with some of their boxes have been stacked and whatnot, but whoever is designing those cards, like and those synergies is doing an excellent job. Like that's my favorite part of the game. And when I show people the game, that's one of the very first things that they usually take notice of is how thematic the
synergies are.
The synergies are, yeah.
No, I mean, fair enough. Yeah, so I'll be interested to see how it goes. I know I didn't play in the tournament they had last weekend. 5 o'clock at Gonga Games, Portland, Oregon, USA, by the way. Come join us. I didn't play last weekend. I think Tim, as per normal, took it, I think. I heard he was playing Shard Mechs and did nasty things.
Dude, Tim's real good. Don't tell him I said that.
That's right, he doesn't watch it.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see how things go this weekend.
So it's one of the things I wanted to discuss with you today, because this is kind of the newer part of our meta, and we talked a little bit about how these are like component parts that you can now drop in. Is I'm hoping that we'll see a variable, like a bigger deck variation, and
I would think you should.
Yeah. Not only, let's say if you take gray out completely, right? There's actually now more ways to play dark. There's more ways to play light, better ways now for some of the colors. I don't know. I haven't really seen. You're the only person I know that plays green a lot, or the air. So I don't know if air all of a sudden is one of them has to be bad.
They
right?
didn't really get any tribal stuff actually. I guess they got. I mean, technically they got like more Sandsea stuff, but I don't see.
Did they get more airships?
No more airships.
Really?
But there's the Scorpion and all that stuff, right? But and they got the gift. So
is Garga like still the big bad finisher?
Well,
that,
no. I mean, I still play him, but I pulled the week you weren't there. I pulled a Twilight Knight, so Twilight Knight's in my deck now.
Oh, well, that's
and then
a variable finisher, right?
The Konost airship. That one game I played you when I got it down, I just locked you down.
Oh yeah,
right. So that card's crazy good.
Yeah.
So it's finished. It doesn't really have a big. It's not like this, like bring in like this huge destroyer and win the game though. You just kind of have to.
Speaking of big destroyers that just end games for stupid costs, is I actually pulled 2 of those stupid Shade of the Demon King, or the dark big boy. Yeah, so he's a 7-drop, or it might be 7 or 8-drop, which makes him basically unplayable right now. But you can offering 7. I think, like, and they have to be because offering.
And you never have any cards in your discard zone with dark. Right?
Correct. So it's this guy that comes out and has target attack and guardian and destroyer, like, because why not? Like, I don't know, and he's a 4K like hard body, like he's.
Yeah.
So I have an extra one of those. If anyone.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, well, and as you were, I'm the last thing, and then we'll get out of here, right? Yeah. As you were implying earlier, as far as in-game strategy, I feel as if they kind of led people to water on that too. With a lot of them, like the Shard Mech, like your in-game strategy is you get Titan out,
right,
and then you discard to kill everybody, and the Phantasm, Daddy Shark, right? Like all of this stuff leads to your big guy, so it really is kind of a very straight line of play. from the beginning. So
and I think that's that to me that is a feature, not a bug. Like I think
that's a good thing.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. I just think it makes people more competent early on. Not that they're going to be great, but it lets people. No one. And I'll say the games are usually close anyway. Even when you get beat bad, the game has a natural, kind of built-in, comeback mechanic. So the games are tight anyway. But people want to feel.
I don't know if it has a comeback mechanic. It has a closing mechanic, because even if you do manage to come back, you still have to blow through their towers.
Right, yeah.
So I don't know that it's completely fair to say it's a comeback mechanic.
It's not a comeback mechanic. I will say it's a balancing. I would say it balances the game out more, but it does create some weird decisions when, like as the player trying to come back, like if I hit the wrong tower, I could end up actually helping my opponent like beat me, right? And there's this weird. That's where I'm like really big on these weenie 1-drop 500 power guys. Like I'm all about that now. Like give me kins, give me all these little I'll take broomsticks. And because I just want to check, like I'm all about checking towers now. Cole taught me that, and I was all about I'm gonna smash towers, and then you end up eating the wrong tower,
right?
And you're in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know. But to your point about the diversity, I do expect to see an increase. I actually changed, so for those of you who watch the gameplay videos, which is like 40 of you.
Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, the current thumbnails just say who the champion and the spirit is and the respective color. And I did a mock-up last week. I changed it. So now instead of just having that and being color specific, it'll actually just be the color of the champion only, but it'll be like Blazewalkers.
Oh,
right?
Cool.
Champion spirit, Blazewalkers. Okay. Champion spirit, Shard mix, whatever, right?
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
And then I might have to get creative with the names. Like for my deck, it's like Aiton, Sola, whatever Andrew has.
Right, the 15 rares that Andrew owns in his deck.
So, I got one. So, yeah. But no, that'll be, because I saw that coming. I was like, all right, well, it's no longer going to be okay to say, like, I'm playing Rain.
Right, yeah, because there's like all of these.
Right?
Yeah,
like I'm playing Rain Repel Bloom. I'm playing Rain Blazewalkers. Like,
right. Yeah, I don't know how else Rain is good, but maybe we'll figure it out.
Well, but you got to set 2-3 sets down the line.
No, absolutely.
Right? We already have. That's the big announcement. We already have the next set.
Gosh, these guys.
This is a mini expansion though, but 25 card mini expansion, and we always know that you get preview cards plus old cards. So it's probably only like 8 or 9 new cards, right? But
so my understanding is that they are not going to do preview cards anymore.
Oh, thank goodness.
They are not doing the foil packs anymore.
Oh.
And that was kind of in response to some grumbling from the retailers, where you would go and buy, like a player would pull the foil pack in front of everybody.
Oh, and then no one would buy it.
And no one would buy it, right? Yeah. So I think that was a smart thing. Also, it meant that the MSRP of the packs dropped from 25 to 20, which is super helpful.
Should still be like $12.95.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys gotta make money, and I'm all about that. Like I want to support the game, so 20 seems much. I don't know why it's only $5 difference, but when
I'll tell you,
I'd
pay $25 or $30 if I only had to buy one of them.
Correct. Oh, I would honestly spend $40 if I could buy just one. Like I think $40 is kind of fair if you just had play sets.
25 unique card. If you could buy $40 and get a full play set of 25 unique cards, then it might be worth $40 to me.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's the ultimate plan, but I'm happier about this change coming out. It's going to be friendlier to retailers, I think. Also,
that's a really good point about the foil pack.
Yeah, that was.
Everyone's like, I'll just wait.
That's fair. I was listening to another podcast today. There's a really good one called Sharded Radio. If you haven't heard that one, please
That's
check it out.
That's the young gentleman that does that, right?
Yeah, I don't remember his name. I'm sorry. You do a good podcast, by the way. Very good. And Sharded Radio was talking about how they had their pre-release, and his first 2 packs he opened in the pre-release were like cards that he had already got in the expansion decks, and it took his joy away.
Sure.
Right, and I get that. Like, I was kind of initially kind of pissed that they had added this new rarity, right? Because I kind of felt like, it's kind of a money grab, like, and I don't know if it might still be, which is fine, but it has kind of renewed some joy in pack opening for me a little bit more, because I think one of the issues that Argent had before was, because you got a whole pack of commons, or a whole set of commons in a box, which again is a feature, not a bug. And the Argent rares you only needed one of. I think it kind of depressed the need, like, for people to buy boxes.
Mm-hmm. We had talked about that.
Yeah, and I actually enjoy, like, I got my Hoenn Supreme and I was like super excited about it, right? Like, and now I just need 2 more, and I'm gonna be bugging every person in the greater Portland area.
You got more boxes coming.
Yeah, I got a few more to open, so hopefully I get 2 more. That'll be my goal. So yeah, I'm really excited about this new set, and all we know really about it is the artwork, and they put some I think they put like some fluff. Like,
well, there was a story description.
Yeah,
it sounded super climatic. It's
Yeah.
like Melu, Liam, and somebody else are like gonna go kill the fire people.
Yeah,
You're like, oh
super
man,
cool.
that sounds tense.
Yeah, and actually, if you haven't read it, I mean, they actually have a pretty good lore section on their website. That's kind of interesting. It goes through each one of them. So the cover looks cool. I have no idea what's in it. I think it's January. Is that
23rd? I think.
January 3rd. Yeah.
I'll put it up.
Yeah,
as
so
per normal. So.
Please pre-order. Buy where you play. That's my PSA for the day.
Fair enough.
So,
yeah. All right. Do we have anything else?
Go Commando.
All right. Go Commando.